I think everybody wants the unique cutting edge video or web video or website, but Steve's process that he goes through, to me, is what is amazing and what was a joy to work with.
We decided to ruffle the feathers of Washington, D.C. and of the political arena. And we decided to do something that we felt was probably never done, or maybe done very rarely, but I think what we did was very innovative. So when Jimmy and I were sitting there, it just popped into my head. I said, you know what? To me, you're Rocky. You're the underdog. You're the guy coming in. He's Apollo Creed. He's, you're Davy. He's Goliath. I said, I want to approach this from the standpoint of you in a vacuum. You being you. In your car. So it was this fast-paced idea. It was in your car. You drive from Pittsburgh to Harrisburg to Scranton to D.C. You're back forth, and you're never with you have a young son who was, a year or two old. Will show you, walking to the car. You're in a suit one day. The next day you're dressed down. You're in your hotel room. You're wherever you are, and your life is sacrificed because you are partaking in your job. You're living in your job, and you take your job seriously, and as a result, the rest of your life is sort of put on hold. But I think when someone drops their guard and becomes vulnerable and becomes real and just tells the truth and tells their story, we as human beings like that. We like to see that side. We like to see that someone's being raw and vulnerable. So when we were showing him training, I didn't want to show the glory side of it only. I wanted to show the real sacrifice he was making. We showed him in isolation, running through industrial-looking places, doing push-ups. He wasn't laughing with his son, brushing his teeth. He wasn't petting his dog, brushing his teeth. He was sacrificing doing his job 200 miles away from home, brushing his teeth. That's what people reacted to.
I think Steve was able to capture that in this theme of your training for the biggest battle of your life, which in many ways I was. It was the biggest political battle I'll ever be faced with.
Jimmy sends me, one night around midnight, he sends me a text that says, you need to look at this. This is plagiarism at its worst.
About a month after our ads became public, Congresswoman candidate running as an outsider in the New York primary against the old guard, shot a very similar ad. The tone, the authenticity, the rhetoric looked like it was a cut and paste job.
Everything was told in the same way. And so we didn't win, that person did win. So what that tells me is that was the cutting edge thoughts that we had worked. She probably had more money than Jimmy did. So we didn't win the election, but we did win for Jimmy because many people noticed it and took notice, and we single-handedly, we changed the game in politics on a national level. First time out of the gate, first swing at the ball.
I thought when it was all said and done, Steve's instincts that come from years of experience and are unique to him were spot on and captured in an amazing fashion that I do think changed the political marketing of politics. We were able to take a shoestring budget and win 19 counties across Pennsylvania. In spite of all the headwinds that we faced, our closing percentage was off the charts. And we were able to not just get people to vote for us, but to inspire people, to motivate. The people that were behind us were really, really solid. And I think that was because of the emotion of our spots, the authenticity. I think it showed that what we were able to do on an extremely limited budget was to change political marketing, not just in Pennsylvania, but potentially as what we produce gets out more and more, we change political marketing in other parts of the country.
I knew that at the end of this, that there was a win in it, whether he was going to be a senator or he wouldn't have won that, but he would be poised for growth politically for the future.
It's not what you're selling in particular, it's who you're working with that I think is really special to me, and why I think Steve's the best in his industry hands down, and I love working with him, and that's why, I put my life and my family's reputation in his hands when I ran for the United States Senate. I did it willingly and voluntarily, and I would do it again, time and time again, if I made that decision to run, because Steve wanted to protect me, my reputation, my integrity, and we produced a world-class product that nobody in politics has ever seen.